Evening all, welcome to Total Dust, and today we have a relative fun-filled festival of frolics, frivolity, and, well, the F word. It's a really good match, and this is actually quite an interesting one because I have switched up slightly my fits because of that lovely respec, which hopefully you saw the previous video we spoke about. I'm lying actually because I'm doing this one before I do that one, so there you go, the illusion of YouTube. Anyway, so what we're looking at today is, I think, a really good match from last night. This is just a wonderful example of how, I guess, flowing this game is at the moment. Flowing is the right word because I remember having this with lots of other games, and it's kind of the thing that I never got with some games that if they had had this flow, it would have been a lot more successful. Titanfall, Battlefield 4, these are kind of games that I'm thinking, not saying they're not successful, but they would have been better. Is that just that flow of battle? We often sometimes have a little stab at Dust because it is a bit arcadey, but I would like to put to you that that is actually the fun part of the freaking game. This ability to quickly get into a fight, feel like you've got the equipment and the tools, joke removed obviously, to enjoy what is a hell of a game, and then when you die, you're then able to get back into the battle quickly. That should not be underestimated. If you watch any of my DayZ playlist, and please do because it's failing miserably, so please, just out of pity, please go and watch a few of them because they are actually quite good. I enjoy making them, and if I had a choice to sit down and watch any video I do, it probably would be DayZ because, I don't know, there's something quite engaging about it. But the problem with that game is that it's too difficult to get into or back into the fight. So you get killed and you're beaten, and then you want to get revenge, but that ability to get revenge is really difficult. And I think with Dust that's not the case, because if I kill you, and let's face it, I'm probably going to kill you more than you're going to kill me, then you have the ability then to refit to come at me, bro. And when you come at me, bro, you then are obviously on the tactically advantaged position because you fit for whatever I have. So if I'm in a tank and I kill you, you come back with a forward gun or a swarmer. Do you see what I mean? And that should not be underestimated how fun that is. That tank kill, by the way, was almost amazing, wasn't it? That was almost amazing. And I almost soloed a gun logi, a good gun logi. But thanks to Dell, he came in and snuck in and took the kill, which is a common problem I think we have with Mr. Del Boy Esquire. He is a bit of a kill stealer. Anyway, so I think when you look at the various kind of challenges, let's say, that go on with a game like this, sometimes I think we do say to ourselves, oh, I wish it was this way because it would be more fun. And let me give you another example, the red line. The red line, as you see there, is basically along those oil drums now. And that's causing a lot of problems. At first inspection, you would say, well, why are we going backwards to the point, by the way, long range kill, love it. You would say, why are we going backwards to a time, an era, when the long range kill, when the red line was kind of the problem. It was very close to the point, meaning that people could just sit and snipe, and it means it's very difficult to kill AV and so on. So there are a lot of negatives to that. And I was sat, and the whole gang was sat there effing and jeffing over the fact that this red line, as you see, look, it's right here where I am stood now, which, you know, I'm kind of with them, but I also then started to think, well, this map has a massive problem where it's almost impossible to get back into the fight. So if you get a group of proto-stomping noob lords like us, then, you know, they're pretty much going to have a bad time trying to get back into this fight. So I can see the argument for why it goes the other way, and I would just like to kind of, you know, urge moderism, if that's even a word, when it comes to this game, because I think a lot of the things that have changed in 1.9, maybe most of them are for good, but to your opinion, some of them may be for bad. And I would just urge you to look at them holistically and say, maybe, just maybe, they are there for a good reason. So this red line is massively annoying, but I can see the logic of it, because if we were on the back foot, you would have that little bit of extra kind of security to say, I can get a bit closer to the point. So anyway, that's kind of, you know, getting to the point in both meanings of the word. Oh, flippin' heck. So anyway, I've gone Caldari Scout. Let's talk about that. And I haven't, actually. I went Caldari Scout for about 2 games, and then I was bored because I got kicked, thanks PSN, and I unlocked Mimitar Scout because, hey, I've got skill points and might as well use them. And lo and behold, the Mimitar Scout is bleeding awesome. So I've got all three. I've got 3 Proto Scouts at the moment, and I'm rather enjoying it. And I've got to admit, it's just so much fun, particularly when you can do this kind of thing. Look at that. Hello, Mr. Bear. This is no attack on Bear, by the way. You know, he's such a good player. To kill him is such a big achievement. So, you know, I'm not having to go at people. You know what I'm like. I'm a really nice guy. Just sip a bit of my coffee while I let that massive lice circle the room and, you know, get stuck in the fan. So anyway, I think Dust is looking pretty good at the moment. 1.9 I love. I've got to admit, I really like it. I like that I've got a female hologram in my quarters. That makes me feel less lonely in my real life, which is quite a surprising amount of achievement for CCP there. And I think just generally the reality is the respec thing is a wonderful thing. It costs you about $15.99 Great British Queen's pounds, or if you're using moon money from the colonies, that's about $20 pounds. So 20 bucks isn't bad. I mean, you know, you could respec once a quarter, invest in it, and I tell you what, it will keep your love of the game going. I guarantee you that, because what I found, if I'm honest with you, is that I was running Galante Scout a little bit too much, and therefore you're not really, you know, you could say it's the best Scout, therefore why run anything else? Well, you know, variety is the spice of life, as somebody once said, and I think really that is this is a great opportunity to just basically redesign your game a bit, and I would say absolutely categorically you will have some real fun if you do. So definitely consider doing it. Because what you could do is I unlock Mimitar Scout. Now on paper the Mimitar Scout is the inferior suit to both Caldari and Galante. You know, in the field I would say it's far superior, because it seems to have inherently more speed. So it does have that kind of ability to move better. And I would also, and I don't know if that's true, but it feels like it does. It feels nippy as balls. Not that balls should ever be nippy, but anyway. And it then also seems to have that kind of incredible ability to hacking speed, which in skirmish is invaluable, but in domination less so. But either way, it's still, I don't know, it's just really nice. And I've got to admit, I am blown away by how good the Mimitar Scout felt. However, conversely, the Caldari Scout, the way I fit it is pretty much, I think, you know, 3 plates, one energizer, and then 1 kin cat and 1 regulator. So that, if you know what that means, what it means is its shield will recharge very quickly. So when I take damage, there's about 1 second to 1.5 seconds delay, then it starts to recharge. Now if I fully deplete my shield, it's about 2 seconds, maybe a bit more. But either way, what that's saying to me is this is a great suit if you can avoid alpha damage. So if you can avoid snipers and shotgunners, it's pretty good. I did like it. I've got to admit, I really did like it. With the cloak and with like the plasma cannon and flaylock, it's pretty good, but it just lacked that little bit of speed and jumping ability. So I switched back to the Galante Scout, and I've got to admit, I thought it was a bit better. Anyway, so I think, you know, when it comes to it, this has all been wonderful revelations brought about by the fact that I can respec. I think I will respec in maybe a month again, because, you know, I want to really kind of show you different styles now. So, you know, we're not gonna chase fit of the month. We could, but we're not going to. But, you know, this is the kind of thing that I think it would be pretty fun just to have a bit of fun in, you know, looking at the different fits, looking at what's good. I'm really not going to kind of run with things like, you know, assault suits generally ever again. I think they're good. I mean, the Mimitar Assault was short-lived, I admit. And it was good. It was a great suit, but I think I just like Scouts. I like that kind of fast-moving, quick, capable suit that has the ability to cloak, etc. So anyway, long story short, that's what we'll do. The maps are brilliant, by the way. I know we should talk a little bit about the maps. The maps are just incredible. I really am enjoying these new maps. They have such a, I don't know, they're just exciting. Yes, people still are being douchebags and getting up on high and dropping, you know, spawn pads. That really needs to be something done about that, because it's kind of ruining the game a bit. The ability to sweep and clear a building would be amazing, but there's no need to ever do it because they're always on the roof. So, you know, CCP, seriously, we need to get rid of that. I don't know how. I really don't. because spawn pads are good and it does keep that arcade feel going, so don't get me wrong, you do need them, but I think it just needs something there that, I don't know, personally I would make it so that you can only spawn them on the ground, literally the ground level, but there's always a bit of a challenge with that. Anyway, so, you know, I'm not going to solution that one right now, but it's an interesting kind of problem. But the new maps are just glorious. We'll show one next. I probably should have shown one actually next, but the problem with the new map that I've seen is the production facility, I think it is it's a little bit formulaic already. Literally just people rush heavies, and I have an issue with that. So, you know, I think I need to get a couple of good matches in there yet. I've not really had that yet. And I like the new sockets particularly. I mean, certainly Spine Crescent, probably got that wrong. It's the one with the big tower with the pipes that extend up to it. Now the MCCs have moved, you actually drop from the MCC onto the pipes, and there's ladders everywhere. That map, brilliant. It works completely now. I really like it. So, you know, definitely loving that. There's been some nice kind of tweaks to the stylization of the game as well. Like, I don't know if you're noticing, every time I'm firing this plasma cannon and flaylock, there's like a little flare effect on the rounds. It's nice, isn't it? Look at that, storming Butcher Hill. Oh, I love this game. I really do. There's sometimes when you get the right mood, when you've got the right group, when you've got the right, I don't know, alcohol level in your body, this game just works. And it is so much fun, and it's really nice because I've got people from Elite who follow my Elite stuff asking, oh, what's this game? This looks fun. Is this a good complement to Elite, maybe? And I'm saying, yes it is, bro. So let's hope we see a few more players come from that. But I think either way, you know, there's probably quite a good feeling about the game at the moment. Long range kill, just saying, bro, long range kill. And I think there's quite a lot of people who are, you know, coming back. There's some really familiar names. It's really cool to see the familiar names. And I think, you know, you have to kind of say to yourself, what do you play games for? What's your kind of ultimate objective? Is it to be challenged? Is it to have fun? Is it to, you know, do something incredible? Is it to be more than just a human being? If it's any or all of those answers, then this game is for you. It is all here. All human life, all gaming life is represented in this game. You just have to be a little bit kind of forgiving of CCP. This was not their forte, but look at the product they produced. They have done pretty well out of this. I know a lot of people are very kind of down on CCP. They feel betrayed by CCP, and I do understand that, and I can relate to that. But I would say, really, the reality is this is such a fun game, and, you know, I think things like Battlefield 4 and, you know, Titanfall and Destiny, from my opinion, have all kind of run their course a bit. They're a little bit boring, little bit, I don't know, they didn't feel terribly finished, any of them. Like, they just literally felt as if there was supposed to be way more than there was, and what we got felt shortchanged. Whereas with this game, it's even less than any of those games. This is just a lobby-based, round-based shooter, but you feel as if you can get quite a lot from it. Anyway, at least I do. So there we go, victory. What a match. That was a hell of a match, and I think it was a really good kind of interesting example of the, I guess, I don't know, the sort of run and gun stylization of this game, and I really recommend it. I do, and we're enjoying it. We're having fun doing videos for it again. Hopefully you're watching all of our videos. The funny little intros are little presents for you, so go watch them all. If you haven't watched episodes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and whatever, go do it now, bro, because seriously, we put a lot of effort into this. Go watch them. But anyway, Play Dust, it's fun, it's really good fun, we're loving it, and each night is getting more fun than the last. Hope you enjoyed that, see you next time.